Williams, Judge Jackson was on the short list. This whole time, somebody with significant trial experience, both as a judge, as a public defender, and now after just 1 year on the appellate court, looking to be elevated to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, less than a year on the appellate court, in fact, 8 months. I think one of the reasons the president may have chosen her is that she just went through the confirmation battle just 8 months ago and was confirmed with the votes of 3 Republicans. But as you say, hers is a rather traditional background for a Supreme Court nominee. She was actually born in Washington, but she grew up in Miami. Her parents were both somebody that she looked up to. Her mother was a school administrator. Her father was a lawyer. And she says she used to sit at the kitchen table with her father with all his law books, and that's one of the things that inspired her to become a lawyer. She's a Harvard and Harvard Law School graduate, and as you noted, she served some time as a public defender, and that would bring some unique experience to the Supreme Court. She'd be the first person with significant experience as a criminal defense lawyer since Thurgood Marshall left the court 30 years ago. She's 51. She'd be the second youngest justice on the court. Amy Coney Barrett is 50, just turned 50 last month. And she is here's a fun fact, she is distantly related to the former House Speaker Paul Ryan through their in-laws by marriage, Savannah.
That's right. And Paul Ryan, I believe, was at one of her confirmation hearings recently. Okay. Thank you, Pete. Want to turn to NBC's chief White House correspondent, Kristen Welker. Kristen, she is also, of course, if confirmed, the first black woman to sit on the United States Supreme Court, a promise made during the campaign by President Biden. What can you tell us about the deliberation here?
Well, Savannah, that promise was made by then candidate Biden exactly 2 years ago today. During a debate, he said that he would, in fact, choose a black woman for the Supreme Court. And so here is the day. I can tell you that in the deliberations, the White House has consistently said that the president wanted to choose someone who was in the mold of Justice Breyer. As Pete laid out, this is someone who clerked for Justice Breyer, and that is something that she is quite proud of, as well as all of her other legal work. And so that was clearly one of the factors. But take a look at her background, Savannah, and her confirmation process. She earned the votes of 3 Republicans, Senators Lindsey Graham, Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins. So could she get their support now? Of course, the White House has said that bipartisanship will be an important part of this process as well. So that's something to look for. Of course, some Republicans have criticized the decision to choose a black woman, but the White House defends it. They say this is a historic pick and an historic day. Savannah.
All right, Kristen Welker, thank you. And again, the news from the White House, Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the president's nominee to the United States Supreme Court, set to replace the man she once clerked for, Justice Stephen Breyer. We'll have more, but for now, most of you will return to today. I'm Savannah Guthrie in New York.
Government had been handed out just in the city of Kyiv. We've heard the government say that anyone who is able-bodied, and any able-bodied male, should join the fight, and that all you have to do if you want to join the fight is bring your passport, some form of ID, and in you will go. It is clear that they are trying to increase the number